I'm really privileged and honored to be here among very distinguished members, ladies and gentlemen sitting in front of you here, and also to acknowledge the fact that behind you there are mothers, fathers, children, your relatives, people that are close to you, to be here with you. Those are the very important parts of the pillars of them training you, the gentlemen and the ladies in front training you and making who you are today when you receive your certificates, but ably supported by people sitting down behind you, that many times when I speak at many graduations, we tend to keep forgetting the people that sits behind you. Because they're the bread and butter and the soul and the spirit that makes you and makes you what you are today. So let's acknowledge all of them, the people behind you and the people sitting in front of you today. I got an invitation from Mr. Gillis and Mr. Kavana to say that we thought it would be a good idea if you can come and share your story with the new graduates of this program. And given my experience, as I said, I've spoken in many graduations. I've spoken in postgraduate medical program graduation, to university graduation, to high school, to primary school, even to the smallest little kindergarten pep talk when they're coming out of the school. So I've been around and I've spoken in many graduations. But when I got an invitation from Tom and Mr. Kavana, I read through the letter and I said, this is very special. Very special. Because you are a very special group. You are a very special group. Because you're given a second chance in life. Some of you could be your first chance in life. Some of you could be the second. Or some of you could even be the third chance in your life to be able to achieve something useful in life. So with that, I acknowledge and thank the sponsors and the trainers, and especially the NCD, the governor, and the government, and the trainers, and your trainers here, for taking you through the training to be able to put you there, give you the key to be able to start a life or a career or something that you can grow into the future. And when I received the letter from Tom said to me, it would be nice if you can, and Mr. Kavana said to me, it would be nice if I can talk to you about my personal life experience. And I said, yeah, sounds interesting. I have never publicly spoken about my personal life experiences. I've never done that in my career, in my 30 years of my medical career. And I was very hesitant whether I should talk about my personal, professional career. But on second thought, I said, I can relate to these guys. They were given a second chance. I can relate to you guys because I was also once given a second chance. So does that make sense to you? We are all in the same room. We are all in the same road. We are in the same destiny because we were given a second chance. Madam has read you guys a long list of the things that I've done. But I couldn't have done those if I had not taken the opportunity for the second chance in my life. And that's what this program has given you. You're given a second chance of your life. I'll tell you my story. And I'm mindful if there's no newspaper people around here or any media people around here, I hope you didn't invite them because I don't want them to write anything about my life. But I'm saying this only because I said I never said my personal stories with people in public. And because I have a special connection with you guys, I will share it with you today. Talking about second chance. Most of you are born in Port Moresby or surrounding areas of Port Moresby, and maybe a few of you came out of Port Moresby. I'm a village boy, born and bred village boy out of a remote rural place in Papua New Guinea. I was born in Kilenge in a Catholic mission many years back. I won't tell you how long ago it was, but I was born in the most remote place in Papua New Guinea, in Cape Gloucester in West New Britain. My dad is from Kilenge in Cape Gloucester, and my mom is from Siasi, across the other side of, you know, the Siasi Island in between Morro Bay and the mainland, Morro Bay and West New Britain. So that's where I came from. But I was born in this humble little health center called Kilenge Health Center. I was delivered by a nun. Her name is Sister Teresa. I was born premature, so that was my first chance in life. Premature. But I survived prematurity. So that was my first encounter of challenge in life, prematurity. Later on you go and research about prematurity. They always say that premature babies tend to become successful people in life. I didn't know until I became a doctor. So I grew up and went to school. My father is a school teacher and my mother works in the garden, and I go to work in the garden with my mom. And my grandfather is a paramount chief, so he does all the work in the village and decide what happens in the village. So as I was a kid growing up in the village, though my father was a school teacher, I used to be one of those guys that never goes to school. And most of the time, I take my cow or my yam or taro in my bag and I go to school. My mom prepares it, but when I go to school, I never turned up in school, though my father was teaching in the school. But lucky he was not teaching my grade. So I would go to the school and then disappear from school and go and hang around with my grandfather, learning the skills how to become the leader of the tribe, because my grandfather is a paramount chief. So I was groomed to continue to live a life of being the bloodline of chiefs in the village, to carry on the roles after my grandfather passed on. So I kept running away from school. As a result of that, come grade 6 exam, they used to send a list of those who were going to go to high school and those who didn't make it, sorry to much, that was it. Stay in the village, do nothing, well, not do nothing, but do the gardening and do the fishing and do all the things that everybody does in the village. So when the list came out, my father was the most disappointed guy because he was the headmaster of the school by then, and they had all the names of all the kids who were going to school, and my name was not even on the list. So, second time I missed. So my father was very disappointed, didn't say too many things. He said, son, you missed, that's it, go with your grandfather, go fishing, go hunting, do all the things you need to do. Our primary school, there were about 10 people that were selected to go to school. And of the 10, the last guy on the list, on the number 10, unfortunately the parents couldn't afford to pay the school fees. I know those days were very few hundreds of kina or few tens of kina, but they couldn't afford, so this kid could not go to school. And I was just number 11 on the list that didn't make it. I was the number 11 on the list that didn't make it. So they said, well, this kid couldn't make it, so why don't we put you into school? So that's how I went to Kimbe High School. So I was given a second chance to be able to do something useful with my life. So does that make any sense to you when you are sitting in this room today thinking about what's happening in your life? I was given a second chance. When I went to Kimbe High School with the second chance, I said, I'm not going to bugger this up again. I'm not going to bugger this up and waste my life. I had to make use of it. I never looked back since then. And I always believe, once you're given an opportunity once, never turn back. Never turn back. When you're given an opportunity, go for broke. Go for broke. So that's what I did. So very quickly, I went to Kimbe High School. I put my foot down. I studied every day, Saturdays and Sundays. Those days, you were given a choice to do agriculture as an optional subject. So I either study or to work in the farm to produce vegetables. For two reasons. I studied very hard to make sure I passed the exams. I work in the garden to make sure I grow enough vegetable, sell it to the school to make sure I get enough money. So that's how it operated. I grew so much vegetable in the school that the school paid me so much money, that I used to pay my own school fee, not my mom and dad. I got the vegetables, sell it to the school, paid for my own school fees. I studied very hard. All my mates in Western Britain, we all play football. You know what's the rules? You know what's the rules? Yeah, we don't play that much in NCD, only rugby, but I played those rules. But I used to go play with my mates, play Aussie rules, but I was never competitive because I pretend to play Aussie rules for a little bit and I'm running around the corner to the classroom to study. I studied so hard that when I graduated in the high school that year, I took all the prizes. Nobody had a chance to win any prizes. Similarly, the same drive. The drive is that I was motivated by challenge. I was motivated all the time to make sure I do better. And I'm not challenged by other students around me. I'm never challenged by other students or colleagues around me. I always push myself to be better myself every time I want to achieve something. So, graduated with the Ducks in Kimbe High School. I went to Kerawat Senior High School. I did the same thing. Took all the prize. I was the Ducks of Kerawat. I came to University of PNG and my brother, Mr. Kabana, I call him brother when both of us went to university. I came to university, I did exactly the same thing. From first year science at the University of PNG to graduating after 5 years at university, took all the prizes, all straight A's. I graduated at the end of the 5 years of the university as the overall academic best for the whole university because I took all the prizes from first year to the 5th year of medicine. And it's not all because I was smart. A lot of my friends say, oh, you must be very intelligent, you must have got better genes, or you've been well educated by your parents, or you got other resources to make you better. No, it was nothing but, what did I say? Hard work. Hard work. Nothing makes you achieve anything in life but just hard work, study. So that was what I did at university. Similarly, as I went to become a specialist doctor, I did exactly the same thing. I went to study in Australia to specialize. I came back to PNG to do my work. When I went to Australia, I nearly stayed in Australia because all my mates in Australia decided they were going to stay and work in Australia because they pay you better and you can get a better career in Australia. I said, no, I'm going back home to my people. I have to come back to my people to serve my country. So I came back and served my country in all the different aspects of my life that Madam has eloquently, I'm embarrassed about it, but she put it all out to you all. But as I said, it comes down to just hard work.